Hey, this is William Tincup, and we are recording from isolved Connect in Chicago. We have Emily on, and Emily is a customer of isolved, a people hero, one would say. So, Emily, do us a favor, the audience a favor, and introduce yourself.
Yes, absolutely. I'm Emily Arthur. I am the HR director at Riverhawk Company. We are located in New Hartford, New York. So if you're not familiar with the state of New York, we are upstate. We are cow country, not the city.
Where's Rochester?
Rochester is west of us.
Okay.
We are central
Got
New
it.
York.
Okay.
So pretty small town. The closest city is Utica.
Yeah.
The handshake city, as we like to
let's
call
say.
it. But Riverhawk is a engineering-driven manufacturing company.
Okay.
So we have about little over 100 employees, one location. I am an HR team of one. So I do it all, and I'm able to do it all because of our partnership with isolved. So thrilled to be here in beautiful Chicago, Rosemont, Illinois.
I say Chicago as well. I don't say Rosemont, but that's okay. It's no disrespect to Rosemont.
Absolutely.
It's Chicago.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So how long have you been at the company?
So I've been with Riverhawk for about 8.5 years. Prior to joining the team there, I always had worked in higher ed, and the place I worked ended up going out of business. So I made the transition over there thinking...
Were you in HR over there?
So I was in career services,
Yeah.
actually. So it was a nice kind of logical transition to jump back into HR. My prior roles had been in human resources. My MBA had a concentration in HR IS. So came over thinking I would stick around for about a year, give it a try, see how it went. And 8.5 years later, I'm still there.
Sucking you back in.
I absolutely love it. Some days, I think for any role, and especially in HR, some days are more draining than others.
100%.
But I love our team. I love what we do. It's a great place to work.
And it's it's manufacturing?
Manufacturing, yep. So
You a union shop or non-union
we
shop?
are non-union. So it started as an engineering company, and it's what we do is make mostly hydraulic tooling for the oil and gas and the power gen industries.
Yeah.
We're not making the same parts over and over. We're doing highly technical one-off parts for our customers. We're a problem-solving group. So
that's great. They just send you the specs and say, please build this.
Yeah. So we design and manufacture right on site. Started as an engineering company and then found that we couldn't find anybody to manufacture our parts. So
said, we'll just vertically integrate and build that ourselves.
Absolutely.
That's smart. That's really, really smart. It's funny because the oil and gas industry, I'm in Texas, there's always a break fix. There's something that gets broken, and maybe it's 50 years old, and it's like, okay, we need that, but a modern part of that.
Yep.
So that's very cool. Good for you. And your previous HR positions?
Yeah, I worked for at the University at Albany, which is a SUNY school. I was their HR director for their auxiliary services.
Oh, cool.
Then made that transition into that career services role at a proprietary college that ended up going out of business. And now here I am.
There you go.
8.5 years later at Riverhawk.
Better.
Absolutely.
So what's one challenge you're facing in HR, recruiting, payroll, benefits, and how are you working through it?
So again, since we have to build all of our products right on site, and we're making highly technical sort of one-off products.
It's all bespoke.
Yeah, finding skilled CNC machinists is a huge challenge. We're not hiring CNC operators. We're hiring true machinists, which is a craft. It's a trade.
It is absolutely a craft.
So finding people with that skill set has been a challenge. We're tackling that by working with our local community college, Mohawk Valley Community College. We set up a great internship program with them, and we ended up just hiring 4 individuals right out of their program. They came to intern with us towards the end of their final semester, and then we ended up hiring them. all of them, which I was shocked. Just one right after another.
Yeah.
And again,
I'm not shocked, actually.
well, we're
Don't let
just
them go anywhere
I
else.
know, no kidding.
Yeah.
We're just over 100 employees, so bringing in 4 skilled CNC machinists at one time is
That's significant.
it's huge.
But it
so.
also shows you how much they're needed. And it's I've seen and heard that people are recruiting out of high school now,
Yep.
going into 11th grade, 12th grade, and really inspiring kids to get into that trade, get into welding, get into whatever.
Yep. We have a good relationship with the trade school. A lot of kids in the welding program that think they want to do welding and
Right.
they don't really know too much about the world of CNC machining, and they end up coming over to us and realizing, there's a lot of transferable
That's cool.
skills.
Oh, yeah.
I like this, and then
Yeah.
we end up bringing them in. So it's great. There's a lot of community resources. We just, we're figuring out where to find them.
You've got to harvest talent because
Absolutely.
not just the location, but because of what you do. I mean, again, it's not the same thing over and over and over and over. That's a different person.
Right.
So you've got to recruit differently. You got to think about talent, harvesting talent differently. So I get it. I love hearing stories about working in the community, going in and actually working with the junior colleges or what other colleges, high schools, whatever. It's just good. It's good. It's good for everybody. Like literally the city, everyone wins.
Everyone benefits. Yep.
All right. Tell us about a recent win, big or small, that reminded you of why you love this work.
Why I love this work. Well, just kind of piggybacking off of what we already talked about, we actually just got an award
What?
from the local community college for our partnership with them. They had reached out to several other manufacturing organizations asking to set up something similar. There were only 3 companies that followed through, and then we were the only company that the students wanted to actually intern at. So we got recognized at a breakfast.
Well,
it was great.
that says a lot about your brand,
Yeah.
too. It says a lot about your brand because not, the 4 hires like we covered, that's fantastic. But the fact that other people didn't do it, for whatever
Right.
reason, didn't go, and maybe they had the same idea and they didn't get the students. If they got students, probably didn't keep the students.
Absolutely. Yep. Just the follow through and,
Right.
and staying persistent
Right.
has paid off for us. So
Well, that's a testament to everybody. Like that's leadership, that's HR, that's everybody in between. It's like you're needed,
absolutely.
you're loved, you're required,
Yep.
and we want you. And I
Right.
think belonging, like people just feeling like people want them to be there, it's half the battle.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see here. If you could offer one piece of advice to someone just starting out in HR, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I usually phrase that as giving yourself advice when you first started, but yeah.
So one thing that I constantly heard, and I think a lot of people that go into the field of HR hear that I don't necessarily agree with, is that you are responsible for culture. You are partially responsible for culture, but you are not the only person
No,
that is responsible for culture. That is top down, that is leadership.
that's right.
And you definitely play a very important role in it,
Of course.
but you're not the only person that's responsible for that. And if anyone tries to convince you that you are, they're
No.
wrong. So I guess my best advice, especially for me being a team of 1 in a relatively small organization, the reason that I keep going back, that I have stayed, is the culture of our organization.
Right.
It's a great place to work.
You have a hand in it.
Absolutely.
Right.
But it's not just me.
No.
There's
no.
so many people that are involved in that.
It's the front receptionist. It's the customer service who you deal with on the phone. It's everybody.
Absolutely.
I did this bit years ago when Tony Hsieh had his book about Zappos. So I went out there, and it's in Vegas, and so you take they pick you up and they take you out on this bus, and the bus driver gets up. Everybody okay? Anybody need a drink? Okay, this time my name is Russell, whatever. And so the bid is, and this is from candidates too, but the bid is you go through the tour, and at the end you do your interview. If you're a candidate, you have to remember the bus driver's name.
Okay.
That's the first question they ask you.
Okay.
The first question they ask you is like, "Hey, how you doing? Great. You settled in? Do you need a Dr. Pepper? Good." What was the bus driver's name? If you don't know, they just stop the interview.
I love that.
It's like you're not paying attention. You're thinking about, all the other stuff. You're thinking about yourself. You're thinking about whatever, but you're not thinking about that interaction. That interaction with Russell is an important interaction.
Absolutely.
And that's how they treat their customers and da, 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 da. But it's a really interesting thing. That's, again, culture is everyone's responsibility. Everyone has a hand in culture, good and bad. Otherwise, everyone has a hand in it. And that also means that it can change. It's fluid.
Right.
Depending, you make 4 or 5 bad hires.
Right.
Culture just went sideways.
It can change in either direction.
Right. It can.
Yep.
We used to think not just HR owns culture, but they also used to think that the executives, they own culture. They went off, had a retreat, played golf, whatever, came back. Here's our values. It's like, pretty sure that we have values.
Right. Right.
We should probably kind of modify and think about our values.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You just went through a horror story in your mind.
I did.
Sorry about that.
A lot of things rolling around right now.
A lot of trauma. You're going through a lot of trauma
flashbacks.
right now. All right, complete this sentence. Being a people hero means...
Ooh. Being a people hero means knowing when to jump in and knowing when to stand back.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
So again, let's go back to the last question about a new person in HR. What would they think?
Right.
I had to be the hero when I first started in HR.
You put on a cape.
I put on a cape and I was ready to go. And I was ready to solve problems for managers and supervisors because I didn't feel confident that they were able to handle those issues themselves.
So in some ways, and this is me speaking not for you, the more people called you, the more you felt like you were doing your job.
Right.
If the phone wasn't ringing or the email wasn't, buzzing, then you weren't doing your job.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I got that.
So I've learned, empowering our supervisors and managers to handle those challenges, giving them the tools and resources that they need to be successful with their teams. It's going to pay off a lot more than, just me solving problems for people. I want people to not need me as much as they think they do.
I've said this story before. I worked for Walmart for 100 years back in the 80s and 90s. And I worked at a store with a store manager named Jim George, fantastic retailer. And we're walking the floor. Walmart's basically a square. So we walk the floor and he goes, well, I want to work about 35 hours. That's really about my top.
Okay.
I want to play golf. I want to spend some time with my wife, kids, all that stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm working like 120 hours. I'm like, I relate. You're talking Martian to me. I have no idea what you're talking about. But what he was saying, and he did say this actually explicitly, he's like, the store should work better without you, not because of you.
I love that.
Right? And it's ever since then, I've talked to HR, I'm like, it's hard for us to make that transition because we feel like we need to have our hands in everything. But it's like, no, it should work. You should be able to take a vacation.
Yes.
You should be able to take a weekend off or whatever the bid is and not think about work because it should work without you. Anybody can make it work with them.
Right.
Right.
Set up the systems so they will be successful so they can do what they need to do in your absence.
In your stead. Again, you're not there. They can make decisions.
Right.
All right. What's one mindset shift that's helped you become a stronger people hero over the years?
Back to just knowing when to step back. And that has been so challenging for me.
Oh, yeah.
That's taken a lot of time. That's been very intentional for me. It didn't happen overnight.
Right.
But just giving others the tools to be successful. That I think is the most important aspect of my job in the grand scheme of things. Everyone is.
What's helped you the most there? Like being intentional, having the intentionality, et cetera, and being purposeful and understanding, okay, what's going on, what's being asked, et cetera. But like, is it pausation? Like, if you just like stop and let me think about that for a hot minute.
A little bit of that, but I also feel that I've kind of been forced into it just because of the growth that we've experienced at Riverhawk. There's not enough hours in a day for me to have my hands in every single thing. We have grown pretty substantially over the last...
And nor should you.
Right, exactly.
So just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Doesn't mean you should, yeah.
Right.
So.
Which is hard.
Right.
Especially when you're smaller. You want to talk to everybody, check in on their day. How are you doing? How's the family? How's the kids? The whole bit. And it's like, you can do that, but there's certain things that, okay, what are you not doing when you're doing that?
Right. What's getting missed because I'm focused on the wrong stuff?
Well, I wouldn't say wrong.
Not wrong,
yeah,
but...
Yeah. Not wrong. You're never wrong.
Of course not.
Come on. All right, when times get tough, what keeps you motivated and grounded? That's a good one.
Back to the people.
Yeah.
I love our team. I've gotten to know all of our team. Being an HR team of one, that will happen.
That happens.
These people, I don't want to say they're my family because I hate that. But I care about these people.
Because at one point you might have to fire your family.
Exactly.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No.
I'm just going to throw it out there.
Exactly. But I care about these people. I care about their success. And I care about this organization and what we bring to the community. We've been in the community for over 30 years. It was started by 5 gentlemen who came from a corporate background and didn't like the corporate environment, and they wanted a quote-unquote family environment. And I feel like we've shifted away from the whole family thing, but I think we're a strong team.
Right.
And I look at our organization as a team, and we've got, a lot of really, really great players on our team.
Once you get to 100, there's something magical about 25, 50, and 100 employees. Once you get to 100 employees, you might not, as an executive, you in HR you do because you see everything, but you might not know everyone's name.
Right.
It gets harder at a certain point of growth where you're like, who is that? I have no idea who that person is. And that's hard for a lot of leaders. Because they're so used to knowing everybody and everybody, what they're doing, what positions they play on the football field and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Last question. All right. So what's the most HR thing you've done outside of work?
So funny you should ask. So most recently, I serve on a board for a nonprofit organization. It's called Thea Bowman House, and it is a child care center for culturally diverse youths and families.
Did you just say youths?
Youths. I said youths. I did. Ooh. Children. We'll go with children instead of youths.
Youths. How do you spell that? Y-E-W-T-S. Youths.
Yeah.
Anyhow, just playing.
Some weird upstate New York accent just coming out there. But we have actually a very large refugee population in the city of Utica.
Really?
Yeah. It's a big refugee city. A lot of Bosnian families came over in the early 90s.
Oh, wow.
So we have a lot of children, kind of first-generation American children, that need a place to go in the city, and Thea Bowman House is a great childcare organization. And I've been serving on their board for a number of years, and we found out late last year that the mayor of Utica wanted to honor Thea Bowman House as the representative beneficiary for the 2025 Utica Mayor's Benefit Gala. So it's a gala that the mayor and his wife. Oh, not only did I dress up, I went to meetings every week for this. I took the lead from the board standpoint because the mayor isn't actually the one that organizes it. He puts his name on it. He picks the charity.
Great.
He comes in. Our mayor's really cool. He's He's pretty young. He plays in a lot of bands, so he brought his saxophone and played some live music.
I'm loving this mayor.
Yeah, he's great. So I took the board lead on this and kept everyone organized throughout the planning process.
Very HR of you.
Yeah.
Very HR
Yeah,
of you.
it was just...
Somebody's got to make this happen.
Exactly.
You people, yeah.
It taught me some things about myself that I thought were maybe true, but they were really exposed in just kind of a different light.
Yeah.
And it's that it's hard for me to take a step back. It's hard to delegate. Again, HR team of one. I don't really have people to delegate to.
You do. Oh, that's me. Yeah.
And, learning to trust the people that I'm working with, that they're going to follow through on the things they say they're going to follow through on. So it was just a different opportunity to use some of my HR skills and, expose some of the things I'm not great at that I want to intentionally work on a little bit more.
Well, my wife and I are built just like you in that sense. Like when we are in a situation, we get, we'll go in with the best intentions, whoever's the leader, it doesn't really matter, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden we start to get frustrated immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yeah, okay, let me just show you how we're going. And I've done that in juries before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like we get into deliberation. It's like, okay, here's the deal. I don't have to be the leader. However, at one point, y'all are going to look to me to be the leader because I'm just going to set everything straight.
Right.
So let's just get there faster.
Let's just move this along. Yep.
We can go through this bit, but it's probably just best if I take over.
I feel ya.
And then, of course, everybody's like, they feel a little nauseous when I say stuff like that. And then once we get rolling, they're like, yeah, that was a good pick.
Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be efficient.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got it.
So you've mentioned the last thing. You've mentioned that you're the HR of one. Can you imagine a world where water? No. Do you have plans, or is there plans to have a two?
There should be.
Yeah, I know there should be.
be.
I know there should be. That's not a question. But
and I keep coming back to isolved, though, being such a great resource for us. And
fair.
When I started at Riverhawk about 8.5 years ago, they were already using isolved. So we've been with them for a long time. And I've had no desire to switch. We've just continued to add on their suite of products. And I wouldn't be able to
keep adding great products. You're like,
yeah. Well, I wouldn't be able to do what I do and be successful without a partnership like this.
Right.
Because when I first started, we were doing all of our onboarding on paper. Now we're doing everything. Yeah. Just doing a little.
There's a binder.
Yeah, doing filling out those paper forms, checklist. My desk just
have
covered.
A key and a card.
Yeah.
Business card. Yeah.
So now everything is just flowing so much more seamlessly, which does free me up a bit to handle those people tasks. Being face to face with employees because the technical stuff is working.
What was your number two? What would they do?
Oh, that is such a good question.
Would they recruit?
They would probably focus on benefits. Again, now that we're over 100 employees,
it's a different game.
We're playing a different ball game, and that is not my area of expertise. Or, to be honest, it's not exactly what I love. So I would love to find someone who could do all of the things I don't like to do.
Just start writing that job description.
Yeah.
Start putting that job description together. I need a person that does this.
Yeah, does this, is experienced in this, and can make good decisions that I trust so I don't have to worry about it.
Drops mic, walks off stage.